I'm going to demonstrate the Zigzag Detached chain stitch, which is found on page 8 in your pattern. Okay, so you're going to draw a line about 1/4 of an inch up above the line that you're working on, just to help you with the spacing. This will be lines number 1 and number 2 on your stitch page. So you're going to bring your thread up on the left side of the bottom line, and going up to the top line and at a slight diagonal, you're going to take a stitch. Wrap the thread back behind like a chain stitch. Pull that through, and that'll form your first loop. Now you need to go back down right here to anchor it, and you're going to go down here to anchor it and come up. If you slide this stitch slightly out of the way, you'll see I want to come up right here, almost in that same hole where that initial stitch was taken. So you need to bring the needle up there and pull that through. Okay, to make the one on the bottom, you want your thread to the right. You're going to go down at kind of a zigzag angle here. You're going to put the needle in the bottom line, take your chain stitch, wrap the thread, loop it around the needle so you have your chain, and pull that through. So you have your chain on the bottom. You need to go down to anchor it, and then just like before, I'm going to slide this out of the way just for a little bit so I can see that stitch underneath, because you want to come up right next to it, right there. Bring the needle up, and you've got 2 detached chain stitches in a zigzag path. So to make another one, you go back in a zigzag angle over here, start on the top, put your needle in on the top line there. Try and keep this chain even with that one. You're going to take a stitch, loop the thread back behind, pull it through, go down right over the loop where your stitch is coming out. Pull this aside just a tiny bit so you can see that stitch, so you can come up right near it, as close as you can get, and anchor that stitch down. Okay, back to this side, the thread's going off to the right. The needle comes down, entering on the bottom line, coming out ahead. You need to loop that thread around the needle so it's under in the back and under in the front. Pull it through, go down and anchor it. Slide that slightly out of the way so you can see that stitch underneath to come up right near it, and then pull that through. So I'm going to do that one more time. Thread off to the right, come down on the line, take your stitch, loop the thread back around so the thread's underneath in the back and underneath in the front. Pull it through. You're going to go down over the loop to anchor it and come up, moving that just slightly so you can see that stitch underneath, and come up right next to it and down. And you just keep working on that zigzag path all the way across your line, and then line 2 you'll be adding some French knots or whatever little add-ons you want to do.